What's up, world? This is your guy Guitar K, and today's video is a question. What are you working on? That is a good question. And I'm not talking about just getting up every day and going to work. No. Now, that is important as well, but that's not what we're talking about today. I'm talking about, are you working on yourself, on your doing inner work? Are you working on your health, your mental health, your spiritual health, and your physical health as well? You have to be intentional about these things. You don't get better unless you're paying attention to where you need to get better at and doing something about it. It takes action. You can't just be talking about it, man. What are you working on today? Before we go any further, I'm going to ask you to click the link in the description for Sealed Lips Destroy. You can get the F Fentanyl t-shirt that you see me wearing. You can get the You Matter t-shirt you see me wearing, because you matter. You can also get my personal favorite, the one that says the sky looks different when you have someone up there. Sealed Lips Destroy. It's a brand that sheds light on overdose awareness, grief awareness. You have to open your mouth and ask for help today, man. Sealed lips really can destroy. Sealed Lips Destroy. Now let's get into the meat and potatoes of what we're talking about today. Like I said, I'm not talking about just getting up and going to work. See, because you could be real busy in life, but still not going anywhere. Take a rocking chair, for instance. A rocking chair does a lot of moving. Sometimes when the wind blows, it's just rocking by itself, but it's not going anywhere. That is how we could be in life sometimes. You could do a lot of rocking, a lot of motion, but is what you're doing fruitful? Is it leading you anywhere? I'm talking about working on your body. You know, do you have any hobbies? Do you give to charity? Are you working on being relatable? Do you work on your relationships? Because ships are meant to take you places. Relationships as well. Your friendships, your romantic relationships, your relationships with your kids. These are things that takes work. You can't just expect for things to get better if you're not doing the necessary things it takes to get better. We all have character defects. We all have things that we need to work on. You never heard that saying, you know, when you're going through something and somebody might say something slick like, well, it could be worse. That's true. It always could be worse. But I got something for you today. It could be better. And in order for things to get better, it's going to take work. It's going to take practice. It's going to take effort. What are you working on today? It's always an area in our life that we can improve, man. You might need to improve on not procrastinating. You might need to improve on eating better. You might need to improve on how you speak to people, how you relate to people. You might need to improve on how you view yourself. Raise your standards. Set the bar higher, man. Stop going for the low-hanging fruit in life. Stop trying to take the shortcuts all the time. Look, what are you working on? That is a valid question. If you're watching this video today, that is something that I want you to ask yourself. What am I working on? How am I trying to be a better person today than I was yesterday? They say if you just improve 1% every day, think about how much better you'll be in a year, 2 years, 5 years. Because I know we've all been in a circle or in a group or class where somebody might say something like this. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? And if you're like me, you may not be, but I was always the person who like, man, why are we talking about this? How important is this? But what I've come to find out is that you have to be intentional. We have to be guided and focused if we're going to reach our full potential. It takes effort. Look, man, we don't rise to our potential, but we fall to our habits. So we have to get in the habit of working on ourselves. We have to get in the habit of intentionally being better. Not regressing, not falling back to our old behaviors, not going back to what's comfortable, not being scared of the hard things. Look, do the work, get better. If nothing changes, man. Stop going back to the toxic relationships. Stop going back to the areas that you always get in trouble. Stop eating the foods that the doctor tell you stop eating that's killing you. Start exercising. Start reading more. Start to grow your mind. Start to grow spiritually, man. Look, life is a beautiful thing. And we have the power in us to make our lives as beautiful as we want to make it. But it's not easy. Like I said, it takes work, it takes effort. You can be who you want to be if you're willing to put in the effort, if you're willing to put in the work. We've all been through trauma. We've all been through bad things. But your story doesn't make you special. What happened to you and what hurt you does not make you special, but how you react to it, how you bounce back. That's what could make you a rare commodity in today's society, because everybody want to take the easy route. Everybody want to have a sob story and the woe is me. Look, man, the hard things is what makes you strong. Going through stuff makes you resilient. Putting in the work will make you an unstoppable force at the end of the day. So again, you see the question at the top of the screen. What are you working on? I need you to answer that question. I need you to continue to do the work. I need you to continue to get better. And remember that little nugget that I dropped. I know it can always be worse, but at the end of the day, man, it can always be better. Be better. This is your guy, Guitar K. Be more